Good know, dude.
We love it.
Bitches.
It's alive. It's moving. It's coming this way.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Brian, back for another episode of the Horror Movie Club, where what do? We talk about horror movies, bitches. The basic theme of the stream is that we always try to pick a movie that's not behind a paywall. So that way, if you're listening to us talking about it and you think to yourself, oh, damn, that sounds sweet, I want to check that out. Guess what? There is a link below in the description. Click on it and it will take you to a completely free, mind you, unedited, unfriggin' censored version of the movie. And thank you so much for joining us. It has been a crazy year. Past year, is insane. This year's going to be even more crazy. But there's also going to be a fucking ton of cool horror shit coming out and stuff that I'm excited about. But first, let me bring on Pops. How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? What's happening? It's getting ugly out there.
Oh, man, here in New York, it's fucking bitch-ass cold, man. Not cool. It's fucked up because it's just like during the lockdown, I lost about 30 pounds. Like, I know most people put weight on. I took it off. And it's just like, obviously I love being able to fit in my old clothes and everything like that, looking a little bit slightly less like a fat fuck. But you go out in the fucking cold and you feel the difference, man. You feel those 30 pounds gone. It's just like, but it's like blubber, right? It's insulation. And it's just like, I got less insulation. But,
I wouldn't know, bro. I wouldn't know. I'm a little skinny for it.
What's up, Matt?
What up, guys?
Everybody. He had a little technical difficulties, but he's here. My boy, your boy, Matt.
What's up, Brock?
What is up, brother, man?
What?
What's cracking, man?
You know what pisses me off? I just found out that I think it was in November of 2022. The fucking Dawn of the Dead 3D revamp got a theatrical release.
Oh, wow.
Through Regal Cinemas around Halloween time. And evidently these screenings did so well that they actually like extended the number of showings, right? Where instead of showing it once, they would show it maybe like 4 times or something like that.
Wow.
And I'm fucking madder than a fucking motherfucker.
He's
because
mad.
It's just
Mad lad.
Seriously, I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? It's like, how did I miss that? You know who I'm really fucking mad at? Who really has no fucking excuse? My life was in fucking, topsy-turvy land and turmoil. I was out of it, but my homeboy Chris, by the way, man, much love to you if you're listening, but fuck you too, because there's no excuse for you not being on top of that shit. God damn it. And what happens? We all lose out. We both fucking missed out. But hopefully they'll do it again. I'm seeing that a lot of the local theaters around me, they're becoming like more and more like the fucking Alamo Draft House, dude.
Yeah.
They really are.
Like
that is to say, a lot of
that.
them, some of them are serving alcohol now. Some of them, a lot of them are just showing straight up, classic movies, re-releases.
Yeah, they're doing that. Like 2 of the theaters by my house, like 2 of the higher, they're not even high end. They're just movie theaters. They serve beer,
yes,
wine, and some, beer and wine and some food, reserved seatings, recliners, all that shit.
But also, it's just like, because, I mean, I've been saying for years, I'm sure you guys agree with me, like, they can't get fucking asses into seats, fucking show Ghostbusters, go show Back to the Future, show the original unmolested versions of the Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah, totally.
Re-release, motherfuckers, re-release, because there's tons of, one of the things I always loved about the Alamo Draft House by me was that, it's just like, oh man, they're showing Streets of Fire. I never got to see that on a big screen. I missed that when it was in the movies. Dope. I'm gonna go fucking see that and fucking get my vape on, get a nice fucking beer or a nice fucking cider, and 100%. some fried pickles and oh man, they used to make this grilled cheese sandwich that was
the bomba.
Oh man, had like 4 different kinds of cheese and just fucking, seared in like a pan full of fucking butter, right? The kind of shit where it's like you get it and it's crispy and it's hot, but you better eat that shit now because it's going to be nasty if it turns cold.
Rich. Yeah, it's all rich.
Right? Yeah, man.
No, yeah, I know that feeling.
Oh, Christ. But, let me... There was even like a fucking... even like a trailer or a commercial that they showed. But so that kind of that bummed me out learning that. One good piece of news is that David fucking Cronenberg is coming back with a new movie.
Oh, nice.
I kind of had a feeling that maybe Crimes of the Future was going to be his swan song, but he's showing, because he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
But
aren't we all, Brian? Aren't we all?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you look at some people like Carpenter. He's stepping back, right? He's like, I just do music now, right? Or there's a show called John Carpenter's Suburban Horrors.
Right.
Which I watched the first episode of and enjoyed. I thought it was okay.
Pretty good.
How much he's involved in it, I have no idea. Right?
Maybe he's in the writer's room or something like that.
Or just puts his fucking name on it, right? Mm-hmm. I suspect he might have something to do with the music, which is very Carpenter-esque. But then again, you do hear a lot of film composers these days that are doing John Carpenter. And here it is. Here, check this out. This is fucking just awful.
Nice.
Heartbreaking. This is the Dawn of the Dead thing. But I'm going to get back into the Cronenberg.
Oh, I like this. Disclaimer.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be a dope shirt, bro.
Yeah, it would.
Green one. Real entertainment.
Oh man, I hear that music and I'm just like I'm sorry, man. Fucking the original Dawn of the Dead's like the best movie ever.
That's dude. Yeah.
It never gets old.
In 1979, George A. Romero brought us.
So this is one of the things that's cool about this is that it's a mock-up of the original theatrical trailer for Dawn of the Dead.
Fuck yeah.
The most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time, Dawn of the Dead. Now, an all-new dimension of terror has been added to the ultimate zombie masterpiece. George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead is now in 3D.
Oh man.
All right, so because here's the thing, it's just like I had this conversation with my man Chris. I'm just like, okay, Dawn of the Dead in 3D, didn't ask for it,
right?
Didn't want it, but it exists. Holy fucking shit! I want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like somebody actually went and fucking did that, and evidently it was Richard P. Rubenstein. and it was a bit of a fiasco. Actually, that was the reason, evidently, you couldn't get Dawn of the Dead on Blu-ray in America. I still don't think you can. The only Blu-ray I have of it is from Italy. It was the Nicholas Winding Refn release, and that's of the European cut of Dawn of the Dead, which is a slightly different movie because Dario Argento, when he made a deal to produce the movie with Romero, because he was the one who approached Romero about doing a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. Yeah. He was like, "Let me fly you and your family out to Rome, and just come live with us in Rome for I'll put you up nice hacienda, whatever, and just spend a year, hang out, and write a screenplay, write the sequel to Night of the Living Dead." And the deal stipulated that Argento could have his own cut of the movie, right? That Romero could do anything he wanted with the American release, and Argento could do anything he wanted with the Italian release. So and then there's like the because they both have both versions, actually, right? Because there's a theatrical version, there's a so-called director's cut, which is not the director's cut, it's the Cannes Film Festival cut, and then there's, are everybody keeping up with this, by the way? Then there's the Dario Argento cut, right? And then somebody, God bless their fucking heart, took the maximum amount of footage that exists for all those versions, because they all have footage that's not in any of the other versions, and fucking slapped that shit together in an editor and made a beautiful fucking version called Dawn of the Dead Extended Mall Hours Cut.
Oh, that's a dope ass title. I was gonna say Franken cut, but damn, dude, the Mahler cut,
dude. It's because it's. This is one of those movies where it's like, it can never be long enough for me. I'm hoping.
It's very immersive, that movie is. It's like you're in the mall the whole fucking time, you know? I remember seeing that really young, dude. I don't know if I told you the story. My grandpa came over, my uncle, and my dad, my sister, I don't know if my little brother was born yet, but we all watched it in the living room. I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy, you know? And it just made a big impact on me in that whole scene with the dude, when he gets it at the end, the little guy, and the shroud, the just falls off his face. It's like, wow, this is scary.
Yeah. I got to see it in a drive-in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And my brother took me, and my little friend and his girlfriend. And I think it was, I may be wrong, but I think this was on a double feature with David Cronenberg's Scanners.
Oh, nice.
So it was like an exploding head double feature.
Lots
and
of popcorn.
Both times when the fucking heads exploded, people heard people leaning on their horns.
Fully interactive engagement.
Fuck yeah!
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so Richard P. Rubinstein went and had Dawn of the Dead retrofitted into 3D, but it cost someone an insane amount of money, like $2 million.
Wow.
And then he was just like, well, how do I release this and make a profit? So he was just sitting on it for years. But, like I said, this re-release got so much love that, it had an extended play. I know Godzilla -1 is still in theaters. Mm-hmm. That was only supposed to be around for maybe like a week or a weekend or something.
Tearing it up at the box office, so.
Oh, man, humiliating Hollywood.
Is now in 3D. The original horror classic back on the big screen, uncensored, uncut, in 3D. George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead in 3D.
Man, shoot it in the head.
Shoot him in the head.
Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, they gotta keep fostering these movies into the theater
now on the Regal.
Right, so this is Regal. I don't know if they have this chain where you boys.
That's what
are
we
at.
got. No, that's one of them. We have every chain out here, but that's one of them. I actually have a membership with them. They have like an app where they have this one where you give them $10 a month and you can see as many movies as you want. Pretty good app.
$10 a month?
They have, yeah. I think it's 20 now, but It was insane, bro. And they put in a new Dave & Buster's right next door at the Long Beach Town Center. So I was down there today, actually. But yeah, it's a pretty decent theater. They got they serve beer and everything there. Then there's Harkins, another one called Harkins over in Downey, and then there's one called I forgot the name of it. No, Harkins is in Cerritos, and in Downey we got Cinemark. So there's a lot.
Yeah,
But they need to get people in the theater, bro. They need as many people as possible. For like you know, they do the Godzilla thing. They keep putting it out there. People go, man, that was fun. I kind of like going to the movies. I think, you know, and maybe we'll come back for something else, you know. So it doesn't matter. They got to be begging, not choosing, you know. As far as
yes.
You know, so.
They need to get asses into seats. They need to get asses into seats. And you know what?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers like me are not going to see the fucking new Marvel movie.
No, and if you do cheap, like if you do like cheap, jack up the refreshments, and that's cool in my opinion. I really don't give. I mean, it's fucked too, but it sucks when the admission's a lot and the refreshments are a lot. You know, so if I come in, it's $5 to get in, and then you know maybe it's $10 for a big ass large popcorn and $5 for soda. Yeah, I spent $20, but it's better than spending like fucking 30 or 40, right?
Oh, dude. And here's the thing. Ultimately, going to the movies is cheap entertainment.
It is.
Right? It is a cheap night out, comparatively speaking, right? 100%. Rather than going out for like dinner at a really good restaurant and drinks afterwards and that sort of shit.
Right. That's fun.
You know, and you know, when I go to the theater, that's the only time I drink soda. I get one of those big ass, cartoonishly huge fucking sodas.
I get a small one. That's my rule. I get a small.
Makes more sense.
And then now because of New Year's, Happy New Year's, by the way. My resolution.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year's, by the way.
I quit drinking soda. Now I'm drinking LaCroix, fucking sparkling water. But when I eat out, I'll get a soda, you know. And then if I go to the movies, I get a small soda. That way I don't got to keep running in the bathroom and I don't miss anything. But I get a big old fucking motherfucker popcorn, you know. Yep.
Yeah. I usually don't go for the popcorn, but lately I have.
They had seasonings too, like at the new one, the one they refurbished. They used to have the biggest theater in the world, just the auditorium. I forgot how many seats are in there.
Wow.
It's over in Lakewood, California, and now it's Tuesdays are $5 and Sundays are $5 any movie. But then you get the popcorn, and then they have like once you get it at the butter stand, they have like white cheddar, they got garlic parmesan, they got all these different seasonings you could put on there, and a butter like machine where you just keep dumping like buckets of butter on there, you know. So
that's good, man. You know, they're getting more like a fucking Alamo, man. Well, that's the thing. It's just like if you're gonna be naughty, it's just like okay, I could do this like once a week, right?
Yeah. And you don't stress about it either, because then when you start stressing about it, then that fucks you up. Because stress fucks up your metabolism too.
Oh, terribly. I'm actually reading a book that has a lot to do with that.
It does, dude. Like people like because the stress of like, oh God, I gotta lose weight. Oh, I gotta gain weight. It's just like, just do what you can sometimes, you know, and just fucking.
That actually makes it harder.
Yeah.
The stress hormones make it more difficult to fucking lose weight.
I've gone 60 years without worrying about losing weight. Or gaining weight. 60 years with that never ever being a part of my
psyche. Lucky.
Yeah,
that's lucky, man. My problem is I'm an endomorph, right? That's to say I'm naturally pear-shaped, right? Like narrow shoulders and just like wide around the middle. And so, you know, I mean, lifted weights, build up the chest, build up the shoulders takes care of that. But it's people like me. I will never be skinny, right? I'll never be fucking skinny. And so I just come to just like say, okay, I'm gonna do the best that I can, and try not to abuse my body. I try to lose weight, but also not to fucking torment myself about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not big. I used to be like 5'8.5", but now I'm about 5'7", right? I'm old. I'm shrinking. Okay. I weigh about 165, which is pretty much what I've weighed since I was 30. You know, I mean, nothing.
Right.
I'm pretty much the same. You know, I mean, I can't run quite as fast, but everything else pretty much the same.
I'm a sprinter, but I can't go like long, like I'll sprint pretty fucking quick. I'll run and like jump over a wall and fucking run up a wall and shit. Dude, but after that, I'm done. I'm like,
one of my grandsons,
my fucking knees would snap.
One of my
my knees be hurting nowadays.
The other days, like one race took off, I was like, took off past him. I was like, dude, you ain't there yet. Your legs gonna have to get longer before you go do that. Dude.
Real quick, just wanted to say hey to Phil. Phil's in the chat. Yeah, man, happy New Year right back at you. I totally forgot like last time too to say.
Crimson Owl's a friend of mine, Ronnie. What's going on, Ronnie? Good to see you in the chat as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Is that Crimson Owl?
Crimson Owl, yeah, that's Ronnie. He has a YouTube channel too, a smaller one. He also, he's one of us.
All right. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, no, I mean, look, the more the merrier. Yeah, so this is the first image from the new David Cronenberg movie. And I was thinking, okay, well, with Crimes of the Future, he was going back to doing David Cronenberg, right? Because for about 20 years, he decided he was just going to do nothing but like art house movies, like respectable movies. That is to say, non-horror movies. And some of those movies are great. Eastern Promises is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't so good. Cosmopolis. I can't even fucking remember the title of it. The ones that he did with Robert Pattinson. He did 2 with Robert Pattinson, and they were so memorable I can't even fucking remember the titles. This looks like it's more in Cronenberg territory. What these are is, and this is because I think this is a spooky, creepy idea.
Is it gravestones?
This is a graveyard.
Let's say those are gravestones.
Those are gravestones, and the lights on the front, those are monitors.
I was gonna say that's you can sit down and talk to your an AI of your dead relative or some shit.
No, it's so you can like look into the monitor and see your loved one's body decomposing.
Oh, it's even worse. Oh man, come on.
Mind you, with embalming and that sort of a thing, I remember, I think it was Medgar Evers. Yeah, it was Medgar Evers. The civil rights activist who got assassinated on his like front lawn by like the Ku Klux Klan or something like that. They did a post-mortem on him, and no, not a post-mortem. What am I saying? They exhumed his grave. Right, so they could examine his body. This happens occasionally, right? Yeah. Looking for new evidence, that sort of thing. Who had equipment now we didn't have back then. And so they were told the guy's son, it's like, yeah, we're going to be opening, your dad's coffin, so you might want to hang out outside, right? And they opened it, and the fucking guy looks like he hasn't decayed at all.
The fuck?
Right? And then some people are like, oh, well, that thing they say, like, the bodies of saints don't decompose. But it was more likely the embalming process. And they went out into the hall and then told the guy's son, like, you can come in. It's okay. Right? And it was like a really moving moment for this guy to, like, see his father's body, I think, because I think he was maybe like a baby when his father got killed. Something like that. So anyway, I think embalming probably like mummifies a lot of people, but clearly this is like some Lucio Fulci shit right here, man.
Yeah, it's pretty morbid.
Really morbid, yeah, and yeah. So it's called The Shrouds, and it's with Vincent Cassel. Love that dude.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. French homie.
Yeah.
Diane Kruger, who's always good. Guy Pearce, who's always great.
Guy Pearce. Yeah.
And Sandrine Holt. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, Guy Pearce is awesome, dude. I'm surprised he didn't get like. I could always imagine him like in a pulp role, like the Phantom or something. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, he would have been really cool.
He's one of those guys. I'm like, why is this guy not like a huge movie star?
Yeah.
Is he like Johnny Depp, where he just doesn't want that, or?
It's weird.
It is weird.
Something's up, you know, because he just got, you know, L.A. Confidential. You know, that movie Lockout was kind of a ripoff of a couple of movies, but it was dope.
Oh yeah, Escape from New York in Space is what that really was. Yeah.
And then but they also ripped something else off, but that was dope. You know, I mean, he did that little role in Iron Man 3, which is kind of memorable, but it was just like, But I always saw him as like a pulp character. Ever since I saw him in L.A. Confidential, like
a leading man.
Like I thought he would have been a good Phantom. You know, he was great in The Count of Monte Cristo with Jim Caviezel and Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Dude, he's a good actor.
Most definitely.
Ravenous. That was the other one. Ravenous.
Oh, fucking Ravenous! I'd love to do that on this stream. That's unfortunately not available.
It will one day.
It will be one day. You know, I mean, what a crazy concept that movie has. The notion of cannibalism giving you superpowers,
like the Wendigo, huh?
But also it's just like, well, how? Who are you to tell me that cannibalism doesn't give you superpowers? Do you know? Have you been munching on any fucking cadavers lately? Right? You can't tell me that it doesn't give you superpowers. So yeah, let's see. The rundown of the plot is Caicedo will play Karsh, an innovative businessman and grieving widower who builds a novel device to connect with the dead inside a burial shroud. This burial tool, installed at his own state-of-the-art, though controversial cemetery, allows him and his clients to watch their specific departed loved ones decompose in real time. Karsh's revolutionary business is on the verge of breaking into the international mainstream when several graves within the cemetery are vandalized and nearly destroyed, including that of his own wife. While he struggles to uncover a clear motive for the attack, the mystery of who wrought this havoc and why drive him to reevaluate his business, marriage, and fidelity to his late wife's memory, as well as push him to new beginnings. So yeah, no, I mean, this sounds like proper David Cronenberg.
It's weird though too, because like you think of like like the Egyptians, I think they would bring out their family members, you know, like every year. You know what I mean? Out of their sarcophagus and eat dinner with them. I think the Egyptians were the ones that did that. Don't quote me, but
that's the Chainsaw Massacre shit right there.
And I think they would do it on like, well, I don't know, their Halloween day or their Los Muertos day, their Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I don't know. For me, I kind of remember. I like to remember my departed as the way they were before they died, you know?
Right. Because it's a shell.
Look, my sister dragged me down to the open casket where my dad was.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But not just one of my sisters, all four of my sisters dragged me down there to say goodbye to my dad. And it's like, now that's my last memory of it.
Right. Yeah. Same here.
It's like I have never forgiven any of them for that. It's none of their business how I wanted to deal with it. That was my business.
Right.
And I couldn't make a scene there in front of everybody and let go of me and shit. You know, I mean,
I've never been to an open.
I ain't never forgiven any of them for that shit.
I had never been to like an open casket funeral before. No, actually, this wasn't even a funeral. This was an Irish wake, right? Where they have the fucking corpse,
Mm-hmm.
in a fucking coffin, and the fucking lid's open, right?
Yeah.
And so I've seen dead bodies before, you know, in New York City. I saw them a few times. But this creeped me out because I was just like, I was really nervous about it going in. And this was just like, maybe 5 years ago. The guy had been a member of our support group and was like really beloved. He had cancer, like throat cancer. And he was just like, I just want to make it long enough to see my daughter get married. Right. And he made it even past that. He made it to that and then past it. And so we'd like whip the cancer and then it would be back. And this is the last time he showed up to the group. And so he said, it's back. Like we all kind of knew. Mm-hmm. And he knew. And he was okay with it. He was just like, at least it's not that fucking depression. You're right. It's like I could deal with this a lot better than that. And so, you know, we wanted to go and pay our respects to his family and everything. And they were just thanking us like, oh, you know, you did so much for him the last few years of his life were great. And I'm just like talking to them, and out of the corner of my eye, I see that fucking casket. And so I go over finally, and it's like this wax dummy.
Yeah, it looks like the Movie Land Wax Museum, you know, House of Wax.
And I suddenly got it. Yeah. It was like, I was like, oh, gonna go over and, you know, say bye to Tom. You go over and like, that's not Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think I understand the open casket thing. Now, obviously, you shouldn't force anybody, right? But I suddenly got it, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. It's to let you know. It's just like, yeah, it's to make the to help with the grieving process. Now, obviously, this is not about moving the grieving process forward.
Some people are all about going down there and kneeling by that open casket and saying goodbye and touching the corpse and all that. Not me. Okay, I'm gonna be over there, and I have no problem standing up and eulogizing you or giving you your due. I got no problem doing that, but I'm not getting up near your corpse. That's just
I can't do that. I can't do it anymore.
So you've been to open casket funerals or Irish wakes or that sort of a thing?
Well, I mean, I only had to see one. I mean, I've seen dead people on the streets, obviously.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I lived in the city most all my life. I've seen shit. But, you know, that was the first time that I walked up on it. I was dragged up on a casket I didn't want to be dragged up on. You know what I mean? It was like, that was it's just creepy, man. It's creepy that people want to look at you. That's not how I want to remember people. I want to remember them smiling and bubbling with
right. I think Jewish peeps actually have got it down the best because they plant their dead fast, right? Like real quick. And so the attitude is kind of like, oh man, it's this dead piece of fucking meat. Let's get it. Let's get this going.
Yeah, I'm good with the memories. I'm good, you know. I'll cherish the memories. I don't need to hands with the corpse. I'm good. No. Shadow. So Happy New Year, Shadow.
Yeah, what up, Shadow?
No beer.
Good seeing you, man.
Harbor Farms gets me through the day. I'm just saying.
That looks good. So, everybody, tonight's movie is DEATHGASM. Matt's been telling me about this one for a while. I wanted to watch it because I knew that Joe Bob Briggs did this movie on Shudder in his Last Drive-In series, and so I wanted to watch that. But then the thing is with streaming channels is there are all these funky things with like licenses and shit, and so movies will disappear, and it said like this movie is currently not available. Right. So you can watch like the Joe Bob commentary separate because they also offer that too. If you just want, you know, the in between bits where, you know, he's like, he's talking about the movie or interviewing people that were involved in the movie or just fucking making like horrible jokes. But it's on Tubi and checked it out last night and found it really amusing. It's from New Zealand, right? And I was thinking like, okay, this is obviously somebody that's inspired by Peter Jackson, right? Yeah. And one of the characters in the movie is even wearing a Bad Taste t-shirt. Bad Taste, in case you folks didn't know it, was Peter Jackson's first movie, which he shot, I think, on videotape way back in the day. What would happen would be he was working at a newspaper, and so over years, I think, like 5 years or something, it's like he would have some money, and then he would shoot some footage, and then he'd be broke again, and then he'd like save up the money, then he would blow it and fucking, you know, shoot more. And so that took years, but it came out and became an instant cult classic. and obviously launched his career. Man, I love these fucking credits, man.
It's crazy.
So what's cool about this movie is it's because I had to check. I was just like, because I'm getting these ideas about who this director is, right? Let me see if I'm right. And I go and I check his IMDb listing. This guy has worked on a lot of Peter Jackson movies.
That's right.
In fact, he's a visual effects artist for Weta Workshop.
What?
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And who did Lord of the Rings and does lots of shit these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, God, what am I saying? Okay, so Peter Jackson did Bad Taste, then he did Meet the Feebles, right? Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome movie, which never got a release. I never remember seeing it on videotape or anything like that. It's basically the fucking the Muppet Show on the brown acid from Woodstock. It's just all kinds of fucking fucked up and crazy. It's awesome. Then he did Brain Damage, also known here as Dead Alive.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Which is awesome. And that is in a big way an homage to the Evil Dead movies by Sam Raimi, right? So just doing a little genealogy lesson here, right? Because I always find it interesting, like what inspired this, then that's inspired that, and just tracing, the genealogy of art. So I remember after seeing Dead Alive thinking, that's it. Nobody can do a funny zombie movie ever again. Like the zombie comedy can never be done again. And then Shaun of the Dead comes out and proves me incredibly wrong. And so this is a movie that takes a lot from Sam Raimi, Evil Dead. It's taking from Peter Jackson, Dead Alive. Yeah. It's taken a lot of different influence. Shaun of the Dead, of course. Would you say that this is closest to Shaun of the Dead, just in terms of its structure?
That and also like Evil Dead, a lot, very Evil Dead, and Shaun of the Dead. I'd say those two for sure. I mean, because they have the pages, you know what I mean. And then I think that also the new Evil Dead Rise took from this movie also later on. Maybe not take from this movie, but as far as like the musical shit, you know what I mean. I mean, as far as that goes, and then and just straight up having like black metal and metal in that regard with this type of horror comedy, I think this is the first movie to do it.
Oh my God!
You have like the little gags at the end, like with the chainsaws. He tapes up the chainsaws, and what are they gonna do that's different? You know what I mean? And you could tell that was like a low budget film, but then they also had there was some shots like, they got some money behind that, or somebody in the industry is fucking working on this shit, because there's some good shit in there, some good CGI, or at least tasteful CGI.
Right, but here's the thing: there is so it's directed by like a guy that's a CGI artist.
Yep. So
but this is an homage to fucking practical effects out the ass.
100%, dude. Like just like the spine rips and just all kinds of shit at the end. It's fucking hilarious too, man. Like and really then obviously you showed the Kickstarter that just I guess it just funded.
Yes.
So can't wait to see where they take the next one. Like it's gonna be fun. And like it's very New Zealand. You know what I mean? Like for me, Peter Jackson kind of broke off from his kind of New Zealand like underground horror movies. This one really feels very like underground New Zealand, and it was funny to see like the main guy. He was in Ash vs. Evil Dead because they filmed Ash vs. Evil Dead in New Zealand.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, all of it's filmed there, so it doubles as Michigan. So it's a fucking dope show, man.
Shit.
Well, why would you come to Michigan to give people Michigan? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, how Sam Raimi is. He's like does all his shit, all of his Hercules and Xena over there, and Xena's in there, and a lot of all that whole Wingnut, and what a workshop kind of.
Yeah, but those are based in like fantasy and shit. It's like, okay, this if you're gonna do Michigan for Christ's sake. It's forests and fucking deer and like I live here, you know, ducks and you know, it's like
sometimes it has to do with money. Sometimes it has to do with in rare cases it has to do with the director. Stanley Kubrick refused to leave England, right? Mm-hmm. And so they had to recreate Vietnam for in England for Full Metal Jacket, right? All because he would not fly to the Philippines. He wouldn't fly anywhere. He wouldn't leave England for what reason? I don't know. He wasn't originally from England. He's from America, right?
Fucking war criminal.
The one thing though, like about New Zealand is if I was gonna film there, like it'd be dope because you have all like if you're working with Peter Jackson, you have all of Weta because they do the props, they do the fucking you know, they do all the costumes, they do all the CGI, everything in one fucking studio. Then you have the locations of one of the most majestic, you know, like fantasy type worlds, locations in the world, you know. So they don't really take advantage of that in here because obviously, you know, it's a suburban horror movie.
That's what I mean. It's Michigan. You could have done that here for nothing.
But also, it's like
I know two people would have given you plenty of land. You could have built all the sets you wanted and shit for fucking actually nothing. Here.
Ash vs. Evil Dead, maybe they could have went out there. It probably would have been cheaper too. But I don't know. I guess because they have all like probably tied up with the FX stuff over there, and their producers are over there, and all that stuff.
The New Zealand, because that's the thing. I remember like in the late 70s, early 80s. You saw Australia starting to come on the map, right? Mm-hmm. With movies like Mad Max. And the stuff that was coming out of New Zealand really was not impressive at all, right? And so there was this boom in Australian movie making. Mm-hmm. Peter Weir, certainly one of its greatest directors. You know, who did The Truman Show and Master and Commander and Gallipoli and like some real classics.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like they fucking lost the ball and fucking Peter Jackson came along and fucking stole their fucking cookies. And now the New Zealand fucking, as a matter of fact, one of the reasons why George Miller did Mad Max Fury Road was he was just like, shit, like New Zealand came and fucking, you know, not that they jacked our shit, but we should be doing, like they were started out imitating us. It's we're not where they are. Fuck that.
Australia is the perfect dystopian wasteland.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
you don't have to do nothing to it. New Zealand is the perfect
fantasy.
Fantasy land. You don't have to do nothing to it.
One of the reasons why the Lord of the Rings movies were so fucking great, and the Star Wars prequels sucked ass, in my opinion, was because the Star Wars prequels were shot in front of green screens. Yeah. And the Lord of the Rings movies were shot in front of forests and mountains and just the real fucking thing. Yeah. And just the diversity of the land, right? Now fucking, I mean, the tourism board of New Zealand definitely owes Peter Jackson a Hummer or two or three. Does he put that country on the map?
Oh yeah, they're like simpatico now. Like they kind of market stuff about the Lord of the Rings. Like, come to New Zealand. This is the place of Lord of the Rings. Even on like some of the special features of like the Hobbit and whatnot. Like he's got some shit worked out with them now. That's pretty crazy.
Well, I know they preserved the Hobbit town.
Yeah,
the president was one of the most strict shutdown presidents of all countries during COVID too. She shut that country down.
Oh yeah,
it was done dead. You're lucky if people go back there, man. You know, it's like wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing. Rich people did just fine, and people with small businesses that rely on tourism and that sort of a thing could go fuck themselves, as far as they're concerned. Let's take a look at the trailer actually, and I don't know if this is the trailer or the teaser. It's one or the other.
You know that evil heavy metal that your parents hate you listening to? You know those lyrics about hell, demons, and doom?
You notice the effects here, like with the electricity.
Yeah.
That's totally fucking old school. That's totally 80s.
Yeah, it is.
And one of the inspirations for this movie too, clearly, in my opinion, is Trick or Treat. Have you ever seen that?
Back in like a long time ago, I vaguely remember it.
It's, you know what? It's really good. Because I had seen it like, when it first came out and kind of shrugged and blew it off. And I watched it again recently, and it's really good.
In the Hawks, right?
Yeah, it's with
Rogue, right? Rogue's in there, huh? I think she's in one of the things. Anna Paquin, I think.
She's in it briefly.
Anna Paquin, I think that's her name.
As a pastor, as a TV preacher.
Because it's an anthology, right?
No, that's Trick or Treat.
Oh,
I'm talking about Trick or Treat, which was a movie directed by Charlie Martin Smith.
Oh, okay, I've never seen that.
About a kid who's into metal and plays his records backwards and actually summons the spirit of the evil ghost of Sammy, whatever his name was, who's like a rocker who sells his soul to the devil.
What if I told you it's all real? I know. I was there.
It's all like power metal.
Yeah, it is.
They hit a lot of different subgenres of metal in here. That's what's pretty cool about it. I mean, obviously it's like kind of black metal, but you got the power metal and then the thrash, and then he's got all these different styles, and then he talks about the different styles when he's having a little chat with that chick in the park. It's pretty funny.
The subgenres.
Yeah.
Jesus! It's piss.
Yeah, so the plot's really simple. You've got this kid who's a metalhead. His mother's like a drunk, degenerate. She gets bounced into jail, so he moves in with like his aunt or uncle.
Like Reverend, like Ned Flanders' uncle.
I'm sorry?
The Ned Flanders uncle, Ned Flanders.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, for sure. He makes Ned Flanders look like Rick James.
So funny.
That's me, Brody. My friends are losers, so we started a band.
The music video that they make.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Called Intestinal Bungee Jump.
Yeah. A little bit of Kiss in there. Little nod to Kiss right there in the back. The drummer,
Yeah.
It's not corpse paint. That's where the corpse paint came from. Came from Kiss.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. When people were like, it's because what I always referred to it as is kabuki makeup.
Right, in Japan, right?
Which is really which really is what it is, right? In my opinion. And then people are like, no, it's corpse paint. I'm like, kind of looks like Kiss kabuki makeup to me, right? Which is fine.
That looks like Kiss, bro.
Yeah. First thing I thought was
a lot of those bands admit to fucking listen to Kiss, dude. So it's like
first thing I thought was
Check it out. Ricky Daggers.
Yes,
it's so New Zealand. That's the thing about this movie. It's so New Zealand. You know what I mean? That's what's cool about it. It's its own character in there, like suburban New Zealand. That's another thing I like about it. You got to watch Heavy Trip also. Heavy Trip will like populate right after this. I don't know if you watch that, but it always Tubi just puts that right on after. That one's pretty funny too.
To put on what?
It pairs up with Heavy Trip. That one's like the Norwegian band. They're trying to.
Yes. I watched a little piece of that. It looks fun too. Fucking cool.
It's turning into its own little subgenre, like fucking metal, metal horror.
Yep. And like the metal horror movies from the 80s, they're clearly, I mean, they have a different attitude. They see metal as a very positive force, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
Whereas with like the 80s movies, like Trick or Treat, it was very much about those stories about playing records backward, summoning Satan. Yeah, they're real.
There's a bunch now on
both of which are fine.
There's a bunch now on Tubi, like a straight up, like it doesn't say it, but it recommends like metal or like with bands. You know what I mean? Like there was four that populated like for me after.
I noticed that.
I noticed that. I like that shit.
Well, I watched some of Heavy Trip, like the middle of it, and it was cracking me up.
Yeah,
and
it's funny.
like this guy, like, how do we start our song? And it's like, well, with the riff. And this dude's just sitting there, and he's just like naming each riff from like what song it's from.
Yeah, it's like and with the metal, it has to be. I mean, obviously, I think there's got to be the comedy in there, and not take yourself too seriously. I mean, you can. It could be done, but I think it's more fun if you kind of have fun with it. As in metal itself. Don't take your fucking metal too seriously. Your metal is not precious. So
no. It embraces the silliness of metal, right? That the silliness of metal is something that should be embraced.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Rock that shit, because something can be silly and awesome at the same time.
Exactly.
Is he dead?
Yeah, so instead of getting zombies, we get pretty much dead.
Yeah, and they don't have eyes. At least their eyes are covered. That's part of the design of the lore, because their souls have been sucked. I think,
Wouldn't it be crazy if the music had something to do with demons?
Demons.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, so that guy is this old crusty rock star that is pretty much achieved legendary status, and by legendary meaning he's almost like an urban legend. This guy just disappeared, but he happens to be living in their town, and he has possession some sheet music that looks very old, medieval, quite frankly, and it's what is it? It's the Black Hymn, right? And so if you play the Black Hymn, it causes like this demonic possession apocalypse.
I translated those pages. Now people are turning crazy, like possessed crazy.
Oh God, the sex toy attack, the dong and anal bead attack.
Yeah.
What's up?
That was pretty cool. As is, I mean, the accent.
This movie's either like laugh out loud funny for you, or it's just kind of like meh, or you're just like gross. It's one of those three things, I thought it was hilariously fun, entertaining. I can't wait to watch the second one.
It's a comedy, and it made me laugh. I have my issues with it.
Oh yeah,
but it's still a fun time. It's still a fun movie. But they're just things that, like, as a writer, I'm watching. I'm just thinking, oh, should have done this differently. Oh,
like what? Give me some examples. I'd like to know.
Okay. The fact that there are characters that you care about that get killed, but when they die, you don't care.
Oh yeah. Like it's funny you say that too, because like at the end, like the two other bandmates, they die. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just thinking like, damn, they're not really. It's not. Again, it doesn't fall on the pressure.
It's not tragic. It's not tragic.
And it's like for me, I'm like, but in a way, I kind of liked that about the movie.
But it was funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, but you can have both. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could but that's the thing.
Yeah.
This is why Shaun of the Dead is a classic, right? Yeah. Because you can have that emotional content and the fucking comedy. One doesn't come at the expense of the other, right? Yeah. So it's like if I'd been like hanging on this guy's shoulder, if he'd hired me as an editor or something like that, I'd be like, no, dude. You want to take someplace maybe the audience isn't expecting to go, where they're fucking laughing 1 minute and the next moment, you want
it even darker because like for me, I think it's a comedy first before the horror.
Oh yeah. This is just a straight comedy.
Like if for me, like it would, a horror movie. It would just take it like I don't know. It would just take it into a deeper movie,
Yeah, I mean, I always believe that things are a little bit better when you play them kind of straight. This is not even playing it straight, even a little, and that's fine because once again, it's not trying to be anything other than Dead Alive for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Dead Alive is awesome.
Yeah. Love this Dead Alive.
I'm not even sure I'm in the right tuning.
Brother to steal.
I'm sorry, Matt. Did you just say something?
Oh no, it's just like there's just I was watching it because I had only watched it once, and there's a lot of little things in there, but it's just like this. I forgot that the buddy, like, because I haven't seen it. Like, I think I saw it right when it came out, maybe, or something like that. But the buddy, like, I forgot the buddy like lived, and I'm like, did the buddy turn into the main demon at the end, or was it something I couldn't remember, you know? And yeah, that was cool. And then he came back, and I don't know, like, I'm like thinking, oh, I hope he comes back, and they're probably gonna get new band members now. But in a way, it's like I kind of like it because I don't know, like with metal, dude, like it's just so brutal. Like people die, and it's just kind of is what it is, you know. But that's kind of the way things are, though, you know. Now, like in writing a lot, like not keeping anything precious, you know. And in here, it's just thrown away at a gag, you know. I don't know if they're going to switch that up in the next movie. You know what I mean?
It knows what it is. It's not to be pretending to be anything that it's not. Yeah. It's just, as a writer myself, I can't help it. I start fucking rewriting shit in my head if I feel like, you know, my emotional dowsing rod is going in a different direction than the movie is going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Like I mean, even off his dad, and he's like, that was brutal, you know. It's like your dad's wearing a fucking engine on his head, you know, or some shit, you know. And then I thought it was funny too. Like his cousin comes in, and he just like the one that like ripped his earring out and beat the shit out of him. He's like, dude, your cousin wasn't a deadite, bro. You just murdered him. He's like, no, he was.
Yeah. Hold on, let's get to that. I actually downloaded that.
Blondie had some good
See, that would be something
that you know, it's all about the gags and the one-liners, you know.
Yeah.
But put that other thing that Brian was talking about in there, you know. Like I'm trying to do that more with my stuff, you know what I mean? And it's kind of hard too, because like you already kind of created an emotional connection with the two other guys, and they fit in the band great because they're not like the two main guys, you know what I mean? One's kind of a, you know what I mean? They're different, but 100%, you know. And one of them's kind of we're just a straight up kind of geek, you know what I mean? And
they're both fucking like I mean, painfully geeky, painfully nerdy.
And it shows how like they kind of changed, like they had an arc, you know what I mean? Even the girl in here had an arc too, you know, like she got more metal towards the end of the movie.
Yes, right, and all really kind of showing the redemptive power of metal. And the empowering nature of metal, and how
and the acceptance of it.
Good for you.
Yeah, and like they let people in, you know what I mean, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to kind of go, like you could be doing one thing and all of a sudden you're a metalhead, and you know, usually people are pretty cool in the community. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I mean, it's usually like 1 minute you're a nerd, but the next minute you're fucking, you know, you're this and that, and you're a poser, and then you got to prove that. But whatever, you know, they're usually pretty cool people, you know.
Well, like horror people are the nicest people you will ever meet.
Yeah.
And so I assume death metal people would be the same way. They're not, evidently.
No. Pretty quiet and, you know, very opinionated. A lot of them.
Yeah. Which surprises me, because I just figured like people that are into this really dark music are going to be like these people that are into these really dark films who are just like sweethearts. And just like, nope, not the case. Yeah, here's the moment you're talking about.
What?
Yeah, it's douchebag.
Football or soccer player. Football player.
The fuck? Pretty sure he wasn't possessed.
What? Oh, no. Of course he was. Because when he came in, he said something about Satan. You didn't get it.
Oh, man. And so, like, right here, you get the CGI effect, right? Because that's the only way you're doing that.
And the eye kind of explodes as he's pulling. It's pretty crazy. It doesn't explode, but it gets malformed.
And what's great is it's just like, you know me, I hate CGI and gore, but it's just like, okay, we're going to do this because it's going to be funny. And then you get the fucking practical effect.
Oh, yeah. That's how you do
it's
it.
Very, very fucking, I mean,
it's like minute.
Dead
You know
Alive.
Oh, yeah.
Brain damage, bad taste. But you know, this what, and here's the other thing too. One thing that this movie does have is that it has a heart, right?
A little bit, yeah.
That is to say, you need a scene in the movie that's kind of the centerpiece,
right,
of the movie, right? That kind of grounds it in a emotional way. You know, it helps establish the theme and all that stuff. And this movie has it, and it is, let's see, this scene. We sitting down with, like, you know, the hot girl from school, you know, who's sweating him in a major way, but he's painfully shy and doesn't know how to talk to girls. Gee, I had no idea what that felt like when I was that age. And so they're just sitting there. He's dressed like that. She looks like a Barbie doll. And they're just sitting there, just like licking these strawberry ice cream cones. Yeah, and I'm not alone in thinking that, because a lot of the fan art is centered on that scene. Let me see.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. And then it makes that tension, you know what I mean, between him and his buddy, which I thought was cool, you know.
Yes,
kind of good to have that, you know.
Yes. His homie does him dirty, real fucking dirty.
And that's metal, dude. That's the thing about metal too, is it's some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have that in there. You got that Conan.
Poster. Isn't that great? It's like, obviously it's Conan, but he's got little chicken legs, really, really gigantic arms, and like the box cut, like the Conan box cut hairdo. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-pack. But where's the other thing I wanted to show you, because I thought this was really cool. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Nice.
Koepp is gonna evidently be in DEATHGASM 2, which is pretty cool.
That's dope.
I don't follow the current incarnation of Koepp, because to me, it's, you know, it's like mostly like, you know, it's like new people, right? And to me, going to see Gwar with that, you know, without fucking Aldous Youngus, fucking Dave Brockie, is kind of like going to see the Mentors without Al Duce. It's like, in other words, it's like you go to Gwar to have fun, and to me, it would be like depressing.
I wonder if it's a new character that replaced him, because he looks different, you know.
You know, he is a new character, and I'm just not interested. I'm not. I don't mean that as a diss, because the fact that they're keeping Gwar going is kind of an awesome thing. What up, Sim?
What's up, Sim?
Yeah. Decided to drop by and say hi. I haven't been here for a while, and I haven't been streaming at all for a while. And as you can see and hear in my voice, there's a reason for it. So, how you guys doing?
Awesome, man.
Are you feeling better, dude? Because I know you've been under.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Otherwise, I would not be here. But I've been technically not feeling too well for like a bit more than since November.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, buddy.
I don't want to get too much into details, but blood pressure problem, then COVID, and you know.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm doing better. I've been taking care of myself and getting work done.
Cool. Hell yeah, brother.
And you guys know, I had to replace the Scotsman, so I only have 4 pages left to color. So I did good, even though I was sick like a dog.
Dude, if you want to share some pages, I think your art really looks best when you color it for some reason. And that's not to take anything away from Scotsman or Beacon, because they do beautiful stuff. Mm-hmm. They really do. It's not even a case of being better. I know,
I get it. Beacon gets it too.
I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's like you know, Mike. I could probably color Bloodhound in a good way, but it would take me a changing style to color it probably like the way I would like. Yes. And right now, my girl's nailing the fuck out of it.
Nice.
She has that mood. She gave it that mood to it, that dark that I would like to give it.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I made my good choice. I'm not. She's doing Bloodhound 1 and 2, and She got herself a $2,500 tablet, fully equipped.
Oh,
Nice.
sick.
So
Nice.
when I meant she got paid, she got paid.
Pizzade.
Yeah, dude. I got her the same thing as me. Like, remember I showed you my tablet that I bought, like the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra.
Yeah,
like that thing's at $2,000, and it's fully equipped with the tablet, the keyboard and shit. So she's stoked as hell.
That's sick.
Oh, that's so great. Cool. That's so great. I wanted like Matt, like I wanted her to color the 6-gun cover.
Yeah, but it was just timing. She was not confident enough.
Yeah, right. And that's what
I remember the first time I mentioned. She goes, "I wouldn't know how to start, what color to use." I'm like, "You know what? Fine. Just take it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and then when you're ready, you're ready." And then when she saw the image on the thing, she goes, "Kind of would have liked to color it." I'm like, "Well, next time."
Yes, because I'm not gonna rest until you and she do something for 6-gun, because I know she was like she regretted passing on that job. But,
yep.
I
nailed that. I nailed that
job too, man. I thought that would have been sweet.
I nailed that homage cover.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's so freaking beautiful. Oh yeah, check these out. These are action figures.
Oh shit, they got toys too, huh?
Like, who the fuck did they hire for that fucking logo? It's not readable at all.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah, but dude, when you're doing anything that's come on, it needs to be readable. Like, go all out. Yeah, but it needs to.
Yeah, but I mean, did you see the movie? Have you seen DEATHGASM?
I don't think so.
They got a comic of it too.
It's a comedy. So
yeah, I get it, but dude, come on, you're seeing that toy there. You have no idea it's DEATHGASM.
Oh, but the only way you're buying this, because you're not getting this at fucking Target. You're getting this through like a Kickstarter campaign or through a website or something.
Fair enough, but it still needs to be readable. I'm sorry. Like, at least do like, I don't know, like you separate your letters and then you do an outer rim with another color, darker color or blood color. At least try and make it more readable, because right now it just seemed like a mess.
I mean, this is your branding, man.
But I'm saying that's kind of the point.
That's the point, though. That's
the joke.
Yeah, that's the whole joke. You can't read it.
No, this would fit perfectly on the little segment that Matt does on his show of Death Metal Decode.
Oh, Black Metal Decode? Yeah.
Black Metal Decode.
Yeah, actually, I've turned it into a game. Like, see if you could fucking read what it says.
This is a comic?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll fucking buy that shit.
Opus. I'm guessing that this is a New Zealand publisher.
Oh, okay.
Gene Simmons wants to talk with you.
What'd you say?
I said Gene Simmons might want to talk with him. Talk about the comic image, not the rest.
Right.
Oh, maybe the cat guy there.
Yeah. Maybe he did already. He's pretty quick with that.
And you're gonna see DEATHGASM 2 coming out, owned by Kiss.
Right.
Produced by Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
No, Gene Simmons will get a piece because he's all about nickels and pennies.
Then the kid's gonna have Simmons makeup instead of the makeup he's got now.
His tongue's gonna like hit the floor. That's what I would do.
He's a demon. He'll speed fire and all that.
Yep.
No, I didn't watch that movie yet.
It's a pisser. It's a pisser. Like I was telling Matt, they're like things where I wish they'd done this different, wish they'd done that different. But I mean, it's mostly nitpicks on my part, because it is really it gets the job.
You know, I was thinking about getting a tattoo. It would drive my dad crazy. I should get you to design it. Maybe that's lame.
No, of course.
Mind you, they're having this conversation after like about a minute or two of awkward silence.
I mean, of course, I would help you design it. Not, of course, I think it's lame.
Okay. You know, I was thinking about getting it just here.
I was laughing at the way they're eating their ice cream.
Yeah, the sound effects.
Yeah, the sound effect, but the way that he was like
yeah, you get a kick out of this movie.
Yes. Good spot for it.
Or maybe here on my upper thigh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I so relate to this because, man, I look back at all the girls that were macking on me, and I thought like no girls were into me, and then like years later I'd be like, oh, she like dummy, she was trying to fucking tell you something.
Yes, both great areas, places, and hard decision.
So you in a band?
Yeah, I play the guitar. I mean, X.
Yeah, so he basically educates her on metal, and then she has like a little fantasy, has like a little well, let's see.
Somebody else
flip.
knows the pain.
She's a typical my dad would not like you, I like you.
It's like when life sucks.
Yeah, this is the in defense of metal.
It's like when life sucks, and you feel alone and empty. Stick on some metal, and life is better because somebody else knows the pain and the rage that you're going through. You know.
Yes, indeed. I always maintained when people were saying that, like, oh, metal kills people, drives kids to kill themselves. Metal has never killed anybody, but I guarantee you that it saved some lives.
No, maybe wussies.
That's what art is for.
I'll
maybe some wussies that can deal with shit and fifis.
But I'm saying there's other shit going on there besides them being in the metal.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Have a listen.
That Discman.
Yeah, so she puts it into her disc. I love how her fantasy is identical to his. Except she's got two chicks where he had one.
Whoa.
And now she is into metal.
It's just one good guitar lick. That's all it takes.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I was listening to? I was listening to the Spawn album by Iced Earth, the Dark Saga. That was decent, dude. Decent. Like they put out an album based on Spawn, like fucking 1990 something. You know.
Really?
I was like, oh wow, this is. I mean, it was. Yeah, I was like, this is decent. Not really my style of metal, but you know, pretty cool for what it was. You know.
Oh, that's with
Ice Earth was it was good, but also like what is it, Demons and Wizards, which is the guitarist of Ice Earth, and with his friend, dude, that band like Demons and Wizards, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, they're way more I think heavier.
Yeah,
there was only really one really heavy song on that album too. Was the Violator song. It was called Violate, and I was like, oh, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole death metal thing or the black metal thing, that very much comes from Celtic Frost. That look was very much originated by Celtic Frost. Celtic Frost looked like a gothic Judas Priest.
When we're talking
the best way to describe them.
When we're talking death metal, we're talking about the people that are screaming with the demon and blah, blah.
I mean, Celtic Frost,
Death or black? I don't know what Celtic Frost is.
To these different voices.
Well, black metal is straight up like Norwegian too. You know what I mean? So
that's Norwegian black metal.
I'm trying to make the difference between what's death metal and black metal.
Black metal is really based in like Norway primarily, and they use the corpse paint. A lot of the music has almost has a punk rock sound to it.
Yes.
They have like high screechy vocals. A lot of the people that were in it they're the ones that are really, as far as infamous goes. You know, the church burnings, murdering bandmates, things like that. Cannibalism. Death metal, it really got popularized in Florida. Bands like Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel. It was more of a Floridian thing. They're a lot more technical too. And
as you guys know, I'm a big metalhead, but I have trouble with that death metal thing.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's hipster death metal, hipster black metal.
What?
Yeah,
those guys ride Harley.
Yes, hipsters are.
What, they apologize for being edgy?
They ride Harleys.
They're terrible. They're terrible. If you want to get an idea of how bad hipster black metal is, go and look up the channel Hipster Black Metal, which is dedicated to making fun of that shit.
That's funny.
I'm good. I'm good. I won't.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
I stick to my playlist.
I mean, no, I get it. I understand. I'm just saying, if you just want to shits and giggles.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And but yeah, no, for me, it's just like the labels. It gets so fucking convoluted, and it gets so fucking tired. When people are just like,
I'm sorry, it's stupid.
But at some point, you gotta have the labels.
It's alternative black metal with a side of death, and don't forget you're like, what the fuck?
No, it's. I think there's two. Like it gets confusing, and I'm like, damn, why are there so many fucking? But after,
if you want to change your name, it has to be different.
I'm like,
you know what I mean?
Dude, you know what? You kind of do need all the labels because there is a lot of big differences in between the shit.
Like
once you dive so much, it's like, fuck, this shit does need to be separated.
Somebody trying to tell me that Metallica was Christian metal. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, they're thrash. They're thrash metal, straight up.
Yes. And then
the thing with Slayer, Slayer's got might have some satanic words, but they're fucking thrash. They're thrash too. So it's Megadeth. Exodus.
I mean, the newest bands, I figured Dem Punch and Parkway Drive are pretty fucking dope.
To me, they're like metalcore, alt metal. That's what I would consider
them. Check Parkway Drive, their albums?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
They are good. The band I'm really loving right now is fucking Hooded Menace. They started out, okay, but now their last album is fucking dope. It's like one of those cases where you're following a band. Like I started following them because it was a band that was dedicated to the Blind Dead movies. The Templars, right?
right. I remember you talking about them. Yeah,
right. They all used in all of their album art and everything.
Oh yeah, those fools are pretty dope. I remember you showed me them like 2 years ago. We had this conversation. Yeah.
And now they're at that because they're one of those bands. It's like you listen to them and you think to yourself, "This is silly, but it's kind of
cool.
well done."
It's a concept.
This band, if they grow up a little, will maybe turn into something, and they have.
Right. Most bands do. If they pass usually 3 albums, they usually compile genres. No one
hit their
for metal.
stride.
Yeah. There's never gonna be full for the most part. Most bands that stick together, they're gonna switch up their genres a couple of times. They're gonna start introducing more because they get fucking bored. If they're really into the music, they're not gonna be doing the same shit.
And if they're not excited about what they're doing, how are they gonna get you excited about it?
100%.
Right? It's like whenever you have fucking
Same with comics, guys. Same with comics. Be excited about what you're doing.
No, yeah. You got to be excited about it more than anybody, I'd say.
Oh, most definitely. If you're not passionate, how are other people feel passionate?
How am I going to promote it if you're not excited about it?
You got to be the number one salesman for your product.
If I'm more excited than you are, then I'm a fanboy, and it might not be any good at all.
Right. Oh, dude, that part where the Satanist guy, he's like, dude, you got my vlog all fucking dirty. He's like, bring out the mat.
Do it again.
Yeah, recut his head off. Okay, now I got the visual. Okay, that's good. I was like, what the fuck? Pretty funny though.
No, hilarious.
That's probably the funniest part of the movie, I think, for me. I was like, what the fuck?
It is really good. It is really good.
Shit. We need armor.
Because we got to look at a little bit more. We got about a half an hour left. We've got to look at more of this fucking gore.
Yeah, I gotta buy it. It's a solid fucking. It's in my favorite genre, man. It's like action, comedy, horror. Fucking Evil Dead-ian, fucking Dead Alive-ian. I don't know, fucking Ian, you want to say it, but that comedy horror, with the gags and the fucking action and all that shit.
Dude, I don't know if it exists, but I wouldn't be surprised if Arrow or Severin or one of those houses put out a 2K Blu-ray special edition in a metal box.
Oh, for sure, dude. They had a bunch of shit on the Kickstarter, dude. They had all kinds of fucking cool shit. There was another movie too with Robert Englund in this genre. I forgot the name of it.
Was it 976 Evil?
It's that one where he's like a high school principal and he gets possessed and there's this fucking blue collar handyman. He's just kind of like an Ash ripoff and he's fucking that shit was dope. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it's something versus evil. Yeah, I remember that fucking thing.
Oh,
the guy has
no,
it's another one.
It's another one. The guy had anger. Dude, he had anger issues.
Yes,
and that's what gets him safe because he can't control his anger and rage. He's technically a slasher.
Yeah, it's the same genre as
in Control. So it's fucking. I remember. What was the name? Come on.
He's a maintenance guy, dude. He's a maintenance guy. And
so you're talking about this dope movie, and you can't tell me what dope movie it is. Fuck
it's the name. It's
a long time ago. It's like 20 years old, but it's in the same genre as this. Evil Dead. It's splatstick. That's what the genre is. It's splatstick, and it was created by Ray Raimi. You know, it's a Three Stooges humor, Monty Python. You know, and that's what I like. But if you could tweak a little fucking heart in there and a little character fucking weight, like you were saying, to tug a little more on the heartstrings, and you could have some gold, even more gold. I mean, not saying these aren't gold, but it could be even better.
It's really good, but it's not Shaun of the Dead, is what I'm saying.
Right, Shaun of the Dead's in that genre too. I love the splatstick genre,
Shaun of the Dead is
for sure.
They're just fun, dude. They're just fucking hilarious, you know.
They are.
But the entire trilogy is fucking insane.
Yeah, it is.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is my favorite. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz is insane.
I'm sorry, that's my favorite.
Awesome. The fucking point break scene.
It's when the statue drops.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest part. Dude's head.
Yeah.
Just the way
my
god,
the delivery
is fucking.
And then the last one was at the World's End. That was insane too.
Yeah. I still haven't watched that.
You should, because they make a joke about what's going on in the world right now, especially when he ends up with blanks.
Yeah.
They're blanks. No. Get it? Blanks.
Yes.
And they don't drain. They don't do nothing. They're blanks.
Right. NPCs.
It's insane.
Yeah. And no, I mean, that's one of those movies that's like I haven't watched it and I don't have a good excuse. It's not like I've been avoiding it, right? It's not like, right? Because I have it. I just haven't watched it yet. And I have no good excuse for not watching it. Maybe I'll watch that shit tonight, actually. But yeah, this is a great moment where where they go into the super conservative Christian family's bedroom looking for guns, right? Because the Christians are all down with Jesus. They got to be down with guns too, right?
Matt, if I remember, it was in 2000, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
Me too. That's what I'm doing too. Yeah.
Thanks, brothers. Thanks, brothers. I was going to say, you probably remembered like 15, 20 minutes, and then just like, just shoot, DM me that shit.
Found it. Jack Brooks, Monster Slayer.
There you go. Jack Brooke. Yeah. Monster Slayer.
2007, bro. 2007.
Done, son.
And I watched it one time and like, oh, that's pretty cool, Like, I want to watch it again now, like even more. Because now, like, that genre, like, we don't get it that much. You know what I mean? It's here, like, maybe one every few years we get a splatstick action horror,
Monster Slayer.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. This was good.
Yep.
Another one. There was another one that I like. It was with the guy that played Superman in Superman Reborn.
Oh yeah,
Dylan Dog, right? Dylan Dog. Yeah,
that one was good too.
That one was pretty fucking good too. Okay, yeah, you have to do with the shitty special effects, but the movie's fucking dope.
Kurt Angle's in there. I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, Diggs.
Kurt Angle's in that?
Yeah.
In there. Oh, dude, there's another one, bro. A big budget.
It's like in that movie we're talking to you about, the Monster Slayer. Yeah, the guy that played Freddy Krueger that's in there.
Yeah.
He's
I've forgotten about that movie, but I remember what I just looked it up and started watching a little bit of the trailer. I'm like, I remember. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah.
I want to watch it again. There was another one too, dude, that a lot of people didn't watch. Like, it was a big budget one it was Hansel and Gretel Witch Slayers, the one with Jim.
Oh yeah, that was good. I like that.
It was solid as fuck. It was really good.
It was really good.
Fucking, there was so many cool
with Hawkeye. With Hawkeye, right? Yeah.
The witches were dope, dude, and they were scary.
Yeah, they were.
Evil Dead.
Another one that I thought
in there.
Another one that I thought had potential was Rest in Peace Department.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Which is like another horror,
horror
comedy aspect. It's like a Men in Black thing, but
like Frighteners too.
Frighteners, dude! Frighteners a masterpiece. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was solid.
Frighteners is a simple fucking
another Peter Jackson one. That was his big movie that got him.
But that was also Michael J. Fox's last movie, and the next movie he was signed up for after this was Spider-Man. Oh, and it's the reason why in Frighteners You remember when he's going under the fucking toilet to check? He's looking. He's actually in Spider-Man crouch.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh wow! No shit.
Then he got hit.
Movies where I remember being disappointed by it because it felt like I just watched a trailer for a really great movie, right?
Yeah.
Where you could tell, and I know that Peter Jackson did not enjoy the experience at all because they didn't know well enough to look at this guy and go, "This guy is this guy's a major talent."
That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. I heard he liked that movie.
I liked the movie as a kid.
I like it.
That was a better version of Ghostbusters.
I like it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people had issue with it because they were expecting a horror, not with a slice of funny in it.
Yeah.
Well, if you knew it, if you'd already been following, like I've already been following Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it's a different genre altogether from what he's established as you're following him. It's really funny and kind of different in that regard. Less with a bigger budget, but
what made it more comedic was the ghosts. If you take out the ghost, if you take out the entire ghost, but if you take out the ghost from the movie, it's more horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the special effects are really good.
Oh fuck yes!
Yeah, they were at the time like in Jake Busey just really sold it. That was. I was like, this guy needs to play Venom or Carnage, one of the two.
He should have been Carnage a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or you know who else? The guy that played Scooby Doo that played
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, the guy that played Shaggy.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he would have been good.
What were you saying that he would be good at?
Carnage.
Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Yeah,
those two guys, like the guy that played Shaggy and the guy that played in Frighteners. I don't know those two guys. Perfect for fucking Carnage.
Yes. But yeah, no, I mean, I do like Frighteners, but it just felt like, man, it's just like whenever Hollywood gets their hands on like a great foreign filmmaker and they come here to make a movie, they're always a little hamstrung. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I liked Mimic, I kind of felt like, wow, they really didn't let him go full Guillermo.
Oh, yeah. Mimic was cool. I like the prince. I like the concept of it.
I liked it, once again. Like the Frighteners, I liked it, right? But like Kronos, the movie had done before, I loved.
They just didn't give him the keys. They made him basically, sit in the passenger seat. What you're saying?
Well, Harvey Weinstein evidently is the guy that's responsible for a lot of that. Did you know that? I only found that out recently. But like one of the things that's come out since he got the whole Me Too movement started around him.
Yeah,
a lot of them, but now also filmmakers, they're not afraid of him anymore. So they're coming right out in interviews and they're fucking spilling shit. And they're just like, yeah, I wanted to do this. He wanted to have like more stupid gore. And you realize that so many of the movies that Dimension released were and Frighteners was a Dimension movie, right? Produced by the fucking Weinsteins.
Yeah.
He had a history of sticking his hands into other people's shit.
They all do. It's like that fucking asshole that used to be a hairdresser that fucked up Superman.
Yes.
Like they fuck up everything. They think they're God's gift to man.
I know. It's
you know what would be cool? A giant spider. A giant spider.
But right? That's the classic example.
Then the movie gets canceled, and then what comes out? Wild Wild West with a giant spider. Buy that guy.
Dude, at the end of Return of the King, Peter Jackson made an orc that was like a deformed orc, like a general. And it's based off of Harvey Weinstein, the one that's like yelling. No, that's what they said. The white one, the albino one that's like.
I didn't know that.
The one that looks like his dick.
That's too fucking funny. Yeah. So now you're finding that right?
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. It's like recently, like a month ago, I saw that on Twitter.
Right. So true, but even though I felt disappointed, right? Seeing that, I bet only now that's come out because Peter Jackson can say like, yeah, he can suck my dick without having to worry about repercussions.
Right.
Because the guy's like a social outcast. He's in fucking prison for being a fucking rapist. Right. So now people can fucking talk shit about him, and it's just interesting. It's just interesting where you just see the depths of this guy's fuckery and how much damage these motherfuckers can do, and how it's amazing that good movies ever even get made at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, that was the feeling I got with the Frighteners was I never thought to myself, oh, like, you know, I didn't blame myself for not loving it because of Peter Jackson. I didn't blame Peter Jackson. I kind of just immediately was like, oh, it's fucking Hollywood. Same feeling I got when I saw fucking Nightbreed, right? Whereas clearly it's just like when Clive Barker was just, you know, making a movie on his own, super low budget, awesome, fucking Hellraiser. And then he comes over here.
Did you guys forget what happened to Bryan Singer?
You have a car wreck. I'm sorry?
Did you guys forget what happened with Bryan Singer? Because nobody's talking about it.
With who?
Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer, no. Were there like new revelations about that motherfucker?
It's been out for a while. He got found guilty of pedophilia.
Oh, wow. Gross.
He got convicted?
For a long time ago.
Damn. Oh, I didn't know that. I knew that he was. I knew that he was.
So even in X-Men 2, he put one of his boys that he liked that he had something with that he got found guilty of that brought him to court is in X-Men 2.
Oh, gross!
Oh, wow, gross.
And he was part of that supposedly channel that was a whole link to pedophilia back in the days before Netflix. It was the first online TV thing. And it was all with little boys and kids, and that's the thing.
Oh, that's gross, dude.
Bryan Singer was attached to it, and a whole bunch of other, but nobody talks about it because Harvey.
Jesus, man.
That's when hashtag Me Too came out. That's what you know.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well,
when the kid stuff and they were all in court, then they went full hashtag Me Too. That's what I'm like. It's not just Harvey. You know what I mean?
No, it's an institutional issue.
Yes.
Yeah, clearly.
But Bryan Singer
He's
got
that one
guilty.
Dirty cop. He's that one dirty cop. That
they used to have parties with kids. They used to have parties in jacuzzis with younger actors, and they gave them parts for favors.
That's gross.
And they used to go naked in there. Yep, that was Bryan Singer.
Were
and
they
a few others?
Were they consenting adults?
No, they were minors.
Then fuck that guy. He belongs in fucking prison.
Yep.
Right? Because if he's doing it with consenting adults, it's greasy.
Hold up. To say that a pedo belongs in prison is to just say he deserves the death penalty. Because guess what happens?
No.
Pop! Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. You just need to go to prison. Wink, wink. Wink.
Prison. Get it?
Hey, it'd be nice if society would take responsibility for that.
Yes, but we are
dropping it on.
Then you have mob violence, dude. Then you have mob violence. What do I think should happen to rapists?
Yeah, lynching.
And pedophiles, they should have their dicks cut off and cut their dicks off and let them bleed to death, right? But that's me just thinking, not like, would that be good for society? No, definitely not, because I might get accused of the same thing and have my dick cut off and bleed to death. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like
this is why we have a justice system.
It's like the Epstein list is that the Epstein list is
it could be like
a whole bunch of those on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a dime for every time somebody looked at me like I was like a child murderer.
Okay.
When I was in the metal, when I was in the goth, man, Jesus Christ, they would look at you that way.
Okay.
People would look at you like I'm like.
I lived down a prison yard. I was conditioned to hate them motherfuckers, whether I thought that way or not.
Well, so many of the guys in prison are there because they got fucked up as kids by being sexually abused by adults, even fucking family members, dude.
I was really young when I went to prison the first time, dude. It was like I was conditioned to, like at a young age to fucking hate.
Yeah, I can tell you a story. I was a choir boy.
Oh, Jesus.
And I kicked one in the fucking nuts because I opened the door one day and the guy was there getting a blowjob from a kid, and I fucking kicked his nuts out from behind, and I walked the kid out, and
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, son. Holy fucking shit.
I took down the entire fucking place.
That's awesome, dude.
I can neither confirm
like Bravo at the same time. It's like a war story.
Yeah. Dude, I lost my shit.
I can neither confirm nor deny that prison punishment to people when I was on the yard for doing things that were just not right.
Yeah, look. You know me. I'm a peacenik.
And I'm not a
pacifist. And no. I mean, if I saw something like that, I'd be like, time to get the fucking 12 gauge.
Me, it was simple. It's like they used to freaking offer popsicles and shit like that to kids on there, and then we're all out, and I'm like, where's that guy? I'm not gonna say the name. Where's that guy? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, where's the priest? I don't know. Huh. I went in. I fucking went in. Yeah.
Good for you, man. Good for you. You're a fucking Chad, man. You're a fucking Chad is what you are. God damn,
dude. Fuck that motherfucker.
Seriously, well done. Well done. Because I don't know if I would handle it that well.
Oh, dude.
I do.
I even had a fucking babysitter in me that was a bit too.
I come across something like that, and they better hope the cops get there before I get to them.
When I say no, she goes, "What you gonna do?"
Yeah, that's just terrifying.
I'll call the cops, but they better hope the cops get there before, before I'm.
Yeah,
that's like some real life horror shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if something happens to you where you're just like your natural impulse is go get the 12 gauge.
I don't know. I have that fucking thing inside me. I don't know. It's like it's something that
I think most of us do. I think most of us do. I think that
the injustice thing, like it's embedded in you, type of thing.
Yes.
Like there's a certain rage that's inside of me that when that shit starts to happen, it's like I will fucking.
Dude, why do you think I wrote an entire comic book series, 10 issues about revenge?
Dude, I told when I'm telling you about the babysitter, when I said no, what's she gonna do? You can't stop me, and I fucking punched through a fucking wall. Like, dude, I'm like, you're not touching me.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, scary shit, man. Scary shit. It's a fucked up, diseased fucking.
It is.
And
it is,
man. So spiritually fucked up, mentally fucked up, physically fucked up.
People forget one thing. It's a power trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Fucking horrible.
It is, and I have no pity, no quarrel, dude.
Oh, but
be warned, motherfuckers.
They're maps now. Don't refer to them as pedos. They're
right.
What does that stand for again? Maps, minor attracted person.
Fucking
sickos.
How about depraved piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's just
All right, hold up.
That's real fucking horror, man. That's real fucking.
Gotta leave here real soon, so let's wrap this one up.
Yep.
All right.
I don't want.
Sorry, I sidetracked it.
That's what I have to go to. Yeah, thank you for fucking just like turning everything fucking serious, Sam.
You start talking about Harvey Weinstein, motherfucker.
I know. Sam, you know I love you. I'm a busting your balls.
I know.
But that's how insecure of a motherfucker I am. I still have to check.
But I don't care. I'll take the blame for it. That's why I said it.
It's all good, man. Good to have you back, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. It's sort of see you.
It's good to be back.
It's good to hear your voice, right?
I love you.
It's a big rogue. It's a big ruggish, but it's back.
I love you, and I want you to have my babies. Yeah, I mean, just the fucking practical effects in this.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
It's really a love letter to practical effects.
Oh yeah, I knew you'd love this movie, man. Or like,
I really
had
enjoyed
to.
it. I did.
You had to like it. I mean, how could you not like it? It's all the shit we like, I'm on the lookout for shit like this. It's hilarious.
Hey.
You see, once again,
I never saw this movie. I never saw this fucking movie.
Oh yeah, and then like first they find what they think might be rosary beads, but those aren't rosary beads.
Yeah,
right.
we know.
And if you read Blood, you know why I'm calling it. I never seen this movie.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Blood Hunt. Oh,
You just got it, Pops.
That's such a fucking funny panel, man. That's such a great fucking splash. Oh my god, and really honest to God, and it's one of those things. It's just like, man, I hope he doesn't feel offended by me saying this, but it just looks better in color because I'm a black and white stan, but it's just I don't know. Like for instance, Matt's stuff, I prefer in black and white. Your stuff, I prefer in color. Do you know what I'm saying? Preston stuff, I prefer in black and white. It still looks cool, awesome in color. It's just I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know, like certain foods going with other foods. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a certain like white wine with your fish, or I don't know. I'm fucking babbling now.
I say it like this: if you're coloring your own stuff, you're probably more conscious of not washing out your own lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'd be more conscious of that.
I love to see the line work. I love to see that. But you see, Sim style is so minimalist, whereas like Preston stuff is very sort of, detail oriented. And then Matt's stuff, I don't know what it is about Matt's stuff. I just think it looks so much better.
Okay, all I have to say is I saw this coming.
What you say?
Thanks, guys.
I saw this coming.
Matt, are you saying you need to go, boy?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Actually, I do gotta go. And thanks for having me on, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the movie. It was, and
thank you for hanging out, man. Thank you for
wait till next week and stuff.
Recommending this awesome movie.
And Sam, nice talking to you, man. Happy New Year, and Pops, Happy New Year's to you too.
Happy New Year.
I'll see you guys next week.
Tell these fools where you're going now.
I'm going over to my channel right now. I'm going to be having Lucius Freeman on. He's going to be talking about his book Vigilant Fury. It's kind of like Under Siege, if you remember that movie. It's a pretty badass book. And we're going to be talking about that among other things. And it's called Open the Gates. So it's on my channel, Metal Movies and Briefings. You guys can find me there, and you can find me on the Twitters at Runecutter Comic. And thanks, Brian, for having me on. I appreciate you.
Oh, dude, you're the co-host, man. Yeah. you're the co-host. Couldn't do this shit without you. Talk to you soon. Oh wait, 1 second before you fucking go. You still didn't fucking send me the proper link for that fucking new joint. So hook a brother up. You know what I'm talking about.
For sure.
Now he robots on me.
I'll get going to you.
All right.
I'll get that for you. All right, brother.
All right. Oh man, that bastard, that fucking traitor, Brian, just fucking cutting out, just leaving me and just abandoning me.
Can we do something a little bit different next week?
Yes, absolutely, for sure. What
were you thinking? Invite Kevin Strange out, cover some of his trauma films, but it's going to be an 18 only stream.
Oh my God. That guy he has problems. Like I looked at his comics and I was just like, yeah, I have no problem telling this guy to his face that he's fucked in the head. Right? There's no way he doesn't know that he's fucked in the head.
I'd love to cover him. I'd love to have him out on the show, cover one of his movies, and but we'd have to do it 18 and over, obviously.
Yeah. Does he have anything to promote?
Huh?
Does he have anything to promote?
Yeah, but I can't really show any of it.
I've seen that. Sam, you see this guy's stuff, it's fucked up.
I don't know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Movie called.
All I heard is Trauma, and I know Trauma. I don't know what you're talking about.
But his comics, you gotta fucking see this guy's comics.
Yeah, Trauma comics. I think I have some of those. Somebody gave me some. A vampire or werewolf thing. Is that it?
I don't think so.
Nazi werewolf or something?
No, dude's name is Kevin Strange.
Yes.
So why did you guys mention Trauma?
Trauma Films. He has 7 films on Trauma Films.
Yes.
7 different movies on Trauma.
So Trauma Film, the ones that did the Toxic Avenger, Sabuko, whatever it is, like.
Look, he has a movie called Cockhammer.
Yeah, because they distribute a lot of shit too. They trauma hasn't always been about production.
But that's why I'm trying to understand, because I know some trauma movies, like you know me, I like B movies and shit like that. And I also know that's where James Gunn comes from, because they bought Trauma for a while, and he's the one that produced Toxic Avenger #4 with Stan Lee.
Kevin Strange is on Twitter. You hit him up. I mean, I just went and talked to him. He sent me a link to the movies. He sent me a link to he sent me the PDF of his graphic novel. I looked at it. It's like there's maybe 3 pages I could show you.
I also remember somebody giving me comics a while back, like that from his collection, and it was trauma comics, something like that. It was not it was not supposedly attached to Trauma, but it was.
Okay. Yeah, James Gunn wrote Romeo and Juliet.
Space Worms is the name of his graphic novel.
Okay. That sounds like a hentai.
Space Worms.
It's it's more like a headshot comic. It's more like a headshot comic.
I'm joking. Galaxy of Terror.
It looks like old Freak Brothers type shit.
Yes. Yeah. If head shops had carried fucking head shop comics now, that would be one of them. That would be a modern. You kind of go, man. The fact that the head shops don't have head shop comics, that's a fucking tragedy. They're fucking everywhere now.
Did you guys see that? You heard about the fact that they're supposed to be making like a fucking Toxic Avenger remake with the dwarf?
Yeah,
Dinklage.
With Peter Dinklage?
Yes.
No, he would never.
I'm like, hopefully, if they do so, he's the son of fucking Toxic. If he's the son of Toxic, that could be interesting. If he's toxic, fuck you.
Yes.
Or if they make the joke that
I don't believe that that's going to happen. Here's the thing: I'm not saying that you're a liar. I'm not saying that the person that you got this news from is a liar. I'm saying I won't believe that shit until I see it.
I think I saw something about it too, actually. I just blip over that shit, dude. I don't. If it's Hollywood, I just don't even pay attention.
I've never been like a trauma guy. Although
there's a trailer.
There's a trailer for the new Toxic Avenger. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Let me look that shit up. With Peter Dinklage, I can't.
Sim.
Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to look it up myself right now. But yeah, if you want to drop a link.
Elijah Wood's in there. Yeah.
Simon, put your email address in the private chat, and I will email you the link to this PDF.
Wait.
I do this. Give me a second, okay, Pops. You found it? Okay.
I found it. Yeah,
I was gonna share my.
Yeah. Let me. Works best if I just download the video, which using this program that I use, it just takes like literally just like a minute.
But you don't see shit, but it's a teaser trailer. But yeah, it's supposedly happening, and Peter Dinklage is toxic.
Is he maybe like a fan or something?
I don't know. I doubt it. I think he just wants to play everything.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of fucked up.
Remember, he was the only actual dwarf in fucking Snow White, to the point that they put an entire woke cast, black woman, shit, that this.
Well, no, that's because he complained about it. Like he strikes me as the kind of guy who was just like,
he complained the fact that they got replaced.
Oh,
he didn't complain about it. He complained about the fact that they're getting replaced by CGI fucking dwarfs.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah, I mean, he was, bitching about like just the fact that they were even making a Snow White movie.
Dude,
he was like, really, we're doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarves in this day and age? I'm just like, dude, you've played a dwarf.
Yeah, he's playing it. He's the only dwarf in the movie.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was in it, and he's the only dwarf.
What a scumbag!
He is.
There are still no.
Okay, dwarfs, midget, whatever, little people that are pissed, that are actors, are pissed at Peter Dinklage because Peter Dinklage is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, because he fucking
he's the only dwarf that
after him. Like, hey guys, we're gonna go to the top. I'm gonna get us all there. Hey, let's go! And then just like got got to the top, and then went, bye guys, and just pulled the ladder up.
Yeah, because I remember one of the things he was pissed about the Hobbit, that the dwarves weren't actually little people.
Yeah. What if I mean, that's.
I have to admit though, it would have been cool, you know. But dwarves, the fantasy dwarves are not little people.
No.
The identity of
they're more like me.
Yes. Like, that's the thing I'm saying is that Tolkien, it's very clear that he based the elves on a certain body type. He based the hobbits on a certain body type. Same thing with the dwarves, right? It's very fucking clear. Remember, there's even a moment in
the dwarves are supposed to be proportionate,
right?
They're just short, stocky motherfuckers. Like
yes.
I think they're called endomorphs. Yeah, that's what we're called.
No, I'm tall and I'm an endomorph. Now endomorphs are like pear shaped.
Body type.
You guys are more wedge shaped. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you come from a planet with like really dense gravity or something. And you know, that's what Wolverine's supposed to look like, you know?
Yep, exactly. Wolverine's supposed to be 5'4", between 5'4", 5'6", depending on the.
I've said on other streams that if the new Wolverine doesn't look like Sim, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, they should, because I'm 5'8", 5'9", and that Wolverine should be 5'7", like max.
Yes, max.
Saw blood.
That's why he's called the Wolverine. Is because he's Wolverine's a
small stocky little
motherfucker. Animal. They don't fuck you up if you fuck with it.
The fella had his arm tore off like wet.
Take down animals like twice their size.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking
almost bulletproof.
That part was very shocking to me.
Dude, they could shoot that shit with a 12 gauge and it's still going.
Anyone that may have encountered the strain. Breaking news: a group of armed extremists beat.
This looks like I don't know. I can't even make heads.
Nasty lads. They've taken.
It looks like a poor man's RoboCop or something.
Hostages at a mismeet lunchatorium downtown.
Let's go live.
We are the nasty lads. We are angry.
Who the fuck are you?
Is this what I think it is? Is Dinklage just doing the voice for like a CGI character?
It doesn't look like CGI.
You shall enter the horror zone. Oh, I see. This is like movie stars slumming it in like a grindhouse movie, like a fucking the Tarantino Rodriguez thing, or like Machete or something like that.
Like, you know,
toxic.
It's like fake cult movies.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like these are movies that are trying to be cult movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
they don't
actually managed to
and
do
it's
that.
obvious they don't understand what made the original work.
Yes, because they're not like it's not. That's the thing. It's just like.
Do you remember Toxic Avenger 2 and 3?
I couldn't sit through those.
The first one was really good. Like, let's just be honest. The first
one's a classic.
The first one is fucking awesome.
Yes,
it's a fucking classic. 2 and 3 were shit. Like, they did not understand.
Garbage.
They went fully like comedy, and it was stupid.
I was out.
James Gunn came in with the other one. The fourth one was a bit more like the first. Like, they tried to make it more like the first one.
Okay.
But it was still goofy. Yeah, it was still goofy.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, you can like think somebody's a scumbag and still like appreciate their talent, right? Like, for instance,
he's a fucking douchebag, but I appreciate a lot of his movie. I like that Toxic Avenger #4. I thought that was a going back to the original. I liked his fucking Scooby Doo.
Right.
I enjoyed his Scooby Doo.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was like very pleasantly surprised.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake. Even though I think that zombies shouldn't run.
Yes. That's still a really good script. And I remember thinking that was because at first I was going to boycott the Dawn of the Dead remake.
That was fucking good, dude.
And
it was Snyder too.
This is the thing. Then I heard an interview with James Gunn, and he said, I kind of want to make it like the 1977 Philip Kaufman remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And that's when I was like, okay. All right. I'll give that a chance.
The only thing I'll say is James Gunn, when he's left alone, his movies are shit. Look at Brightburn.
Yeah.
No, he's a good writer, but he needs to be supervised, needs to have other people be part of the team. That's why right now, the fact that he's in charge of the DCEU.
Yeah, I could care less. I'm so checked out. I'm so checked out of both DC and Marvel movies and TV shows. I could give a rat's ass about any of that.
Did you see The Suicide Squad?
Out. I'm sorry?
Did you see The Suicide Squad?
Yes. Yes, which is great.
The beginning is great.
Yes.
Then after that, you get to a point where you're like, okay, why am I seeing dicks, like naked guys with dicks out everywhere and getting shot in the dick? And you're still like, okay, fine. But then the ending is fucking shitty. It's fucking stupid.
It's because they should have been like, you know what? Okay.
Wait, when she goes, no, we're done here.
Yeah. Justice League.
We're done here. Let's call it Justice League. Yes. That's how it should have ended.
Where's those? No. We're gonna prove we're those guys.
No, and the only one that are saving the world is a stupid Harley Quinn and the stupid Rat Girl. How, dude? There's no way they could defeat Starro like they did.
No, I know.
There's no fucking way.
It for me, it didn't ruin the movie, but did I think it was stupid? Yeah,
it ruined the movie for me. It should have ended before.
And that would have been a great ending too. That would have been a great ending, like. Yeah, let
get back here.
Deal with this shit. We're not the fucking Justice League.
But what happened to them getting blown up? Not just the Starro thing. The fact that the wall gets cocked.
Yes.
That would not happen. The wall would have killed all of the fuckers that stood down. Like, dude, the wall. Amanda Waller is the fucking wall.
Yeah, she's a sociopath, a psychopath, really.
But technically, she's like perfect governmental fucking like a secret society type of person. Like she would literally blow their brains out.
Yes, and not lose a wink of sleep over it.
Like you would find out that those little fucking people in there that think they're all in power and shit. Yeah, they also had one in their brain. Poof, bye.
Yep, exactly.
That's how it should have ended.
Yes, I agree. I totally.
Amanda Waller owning everything.
Like, they weren't willing to make her like as much of a heel.
She's a great fucking character in a way. Like.
Yes. John Ostrander created her. Yeah, I know.
And that woman there, she nailed it. It's stupid that they replaced her. They tried to replace her by Angela Bassett. Fuck you. She's supposed to be a big, chunky black chick that looks like Kingpin.
Well, morbidly obese, actually. Obese.
It depends. It depends of the adoration. But the first adoration that we had of her was in the animated series of stuff and the comic book, and she was that type of Kingpin.
Yes, and the Batman Escape from Arkham. Which is the real original
Suicide Squad. But that's what we're supposed to have to. If you remember, Ayer said it that the inspiration for his original cut was actually that they changed the cut, like the fucking waitress, the fucking witch there. She's not even supposed to be in there, and that fucking what is it? Inca whatever looking motherfucker was supposed to be Steppenwolf. That's why the costume's exactly the same.
Right.
It was not supposed to be some Mayan fucking god. It was supposed to be Steppenwolf.
They don't know. They don't. Here's the thing. The Warner Brothers, DC, animation have been killing it for fucking like shit since 91, right? Killing it for fucking decades, for like 35 years. But fucking the live action, they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with those characters.
I've been rewatching Batman the Animated Series, Justice League. The Justice League Unlimited, dude.
Let those people make the fucking movies. Let fucking Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. They're the ones that should be doing the fucking.
Dwayne McDuffie was one of their best writers as well. And Dwayne McDuffie rest his soul because he passed away.
Yeah.
But the guy was also the creator of the fucking milestone at DC. The ones that they don't use. Icon. Static.
Yes.
All those black characters that were fucking epic.
Yes.
Were created by, most of them were created by Dwayne McDuffie that was part of this shit.
May
Dwayne McDuffie is, may he rest in peace, dude. He was one of the best fucking writers they ever fucking had.
Yes. Yes, for sure. Without a fucking doubt. With no fucking doubt. But as we know, they just have their heads up their asses, and we'll not be getting them out for the foreseeable future.
It's like, I think the last good DC movie was The Dark Knight Returns, because after that they went a bit weird. The Dark Knight Returns, the only thing I didn't like about it is they took out one of the biggest part of the Batman Dark Knight Return.
Well,
the heart attack. They removed the heart attack.
Yes.
Remember, that's the only thing I think that they ruined. Like, he's like, oh, he's into it when he's like, come on. No, he's supposed to be having his heart attack. He's having one of those, like, like that. Seizures. That seizure.
Yes. That was still fucking epic. I thought still really, really wonderful. The fucking Killing Joke, on the other hand, what in the actual fuck?
Dude, it's like the death of Superman. Everything's awesome. Like, just the death of Superman, like, everything's awesome, except that they had to make it like Lois Lane saves Superman by throwing in a rock on Doomsday.
Right. But dude, was it Brian Azzarello? Was it Brian Azzarello? I think that wrote the Killing Joke movie. Where fucking Batman fucks Batgirl.
It's you mean the comic? That was not Brian Azzarello, but did he write the script?
No. I mean the animated adaptation. We don't know. It was Alan Moore and Brian Boland that did the original. I remember waiting for that to come out, and I remember buying that the day that it came out.
The Killing Joke animated. Let me check.
Still have my original copy.
Oh fuck! Yes, it is. It's Sam Liu and Brian Azzarello. Fuck! I love that writer.
I know. But fucking no. To me, that was heinous. That was just. Like,
they made him fucking Batgirl on top of a fucking building. Like, fuck you, that's stupid. Dude, I stopped the movie there and I deleted it from my shit. I'm done. I don't want to see it, and I have trouble watching any other thing after.
What was it that was like a breaking point for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. He's fucking a miner on the top of a fucking building.
Oh yeah. So you had the same reaction that I had. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, it's fucking grooming. Like, it's like, dude, I've seen her grow as a kid.
There's something incestuous about it, right?
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne would look at her as a daughter.
It's like finding out that Bruce Wayne and Robin are actually a gay couple. He's been grooming him since
exactly.
he's been 5.
Yeah. Makes about as much sense.
Makes no sense. Like, he can fuck anybody he wants, but not Batgirl.
No. Definitely not.
Like, make him fuck.
Definitely not Batgirl.
Maybe the other Batgirl there. The one that they did to
the one that's not a daughter to him.
Yeah, the Black Bat there. Because that's the thing they did. If you know, right, the one that they put that was supposed to be blind, I think, or mute. That was to rip off
character. If it's different, but it can't be fucking fucking.
Or make him fuck that dyke and she's
daughter.
Yeah. Or make him fuck Batwoman, the dyke, and
Yeah, there you go, and turn her straight. We all know how that works. Anyway, I gotta get some noms. I gotta get some noms. Sim, thank you so much for fucking swinging by, dude. Glad that you are feeling better. Do you want to tell people where they can find you and your stuff?
You can find me anywhere on YouTube and all those other places under Sim_Inkslayer, or just Sim puts you. But I'll be starting doing Doodle and Chill again soon, and not only am I going to be doing sketches live, I'm going to be doing 3D sculpts live. Within 2 hours, I'm going to be doing busts and stuff. So I'm gonna try it's going to be a fun little thing. So I'm going to be probably starting maybe this weekend or the next one. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it. I'm still getting
right. Ease back in. in.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm almost done with all the colors on the Nadverse 2 book. And if you haven't backed it yet, go back it because, we need to make more money because everything's more expensive. God damn it.
That's motherfuckers. Obey. Yeah.
But, get it, sharing, get it on because I'm looking to go to having everything done by next month and probably going to print in March. So,
hell yeah.
If you snooze, you lose.
Forward to that, man. So
I'm hoping to have more backers because I want to print more than just like 300 to 500 copies. Because
for sure, dude, you're gonna have to run it. So you're gonna have to run a separate campaign.
But I'm either gonna do that or I'm just gonna run like hell and promote like a motherfucker as soon as I'm done waiting just to like my proof.
Well, you know,
I'm gonna go everywhere.
Anything you need from me, man. Anything you need from me, you know that. Ink Slayers for life.
And don't forget, don't forget, people, go check out the inkslayer.com. We don't mention it and promote it enough, but inkslayer.com, inkslayerintertainment.com is the place to go. We have all the books, all the merch, and soon Six Gun Gorilla is going to be going up, and the new issue of 7 Legion is in the work. Technically, it's ready. We just need to put it online. It's going to be on print on demand as a floppy until he's ready to make an actual big deluxe edition as a campaign. So we're trying things. We're trying things different. Yeah.
Yes, that's where all your fly shit is in 2024.
Yep,
for sure.
And
Pops,
check out the
other people where they can find you. I'm
You
sorry,
can
Seth.
find my favorite place for you to go look for me is in the chat right over there right now. Go sign up for the Roku preview channel. That's where I want to be. That's where I want y'all to find us. That's where we want to go. So there you go.
Hell yeah. Everybody, you can find me at the Twatter under at Brian Christgau. You'll find me on the Facebooks. You'll find me on the YouTubes, obviously. Smack that subscribe button, hit the like, ring a ding ding dong, the little bell for notifications. And thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And Pops, you're gonna take us out. And okay, everybody, until next week, peace, love, and metal. All right.
The world has got you down. A smile on your brow. Put a little madness in your life. If life made you unashamed and comics are your escape, put a little madness in your life. Don't give your mind a cleanse. Shoot in with pops and friends. Just turn on your Roku box and then put a little madness in your life. Put a little madness in your life. Yeah. Put a little madness in your life. Critical blast logistics, getting it done.